everybody, Stacy here from Creatively Stacy. Thank you for stopping by my page. I want to give a warm welcome to all the new faces. Lots of new people around. I appreciate you guys doing the likes and the loves and the shares and getting my page out there. It's wonderful. And of course, welcome back to all my old friends. I appreciate you guys as well. Just doing a little painting, and I thought I'd bring you along as I often do. Again, when I do these, I do not give full instruction. I do give you some. So it's just kind of fun to paint along if you're so inclined. And you do, please send me a picture of your work. I love to see it when you guys paint what I've painted. Reminder, the $10 paint party is open. And some of you have joined and have not joined the group. I've sent links. So check your emails, or not your emails, check your messenger. I think I sent the links in. Make sure that you're in the group, in the right group for that. So I am using today an old background I had done and I'd never gone back and painted on. And so I thought I would use that and get it going and celebrate a little St. Patty's Day with my Chevy style flowers. So as you pop on, say hello. If you catch it on replay, say hashtag replay, so I know you are here, and I will try to check the comments, and I appreciate you hanging out with me. So let's paint. All right, there you are. I think. I grabbed all the little colors out today. Of course, we have to start with some greens, right? It is March, so although I'm not a big green fan and I'm not Irish, I still appreciate the holidays. And I love corned beef and cabbage. Let me know, do you love corned beef and cabbage, or what do you like for St. Patty's Day? Curious. Inquiring minds want to know. So I'm just going to grab some greens. Hopefully I wipe that brush off dry enough. I guess we'll find out here in a second. Nope, it's pretty wet. That's all right. We can work with it. Just get this off my brush and dry it a little bit better. Hello, Christine. Having a little St. Patty's fun here. Are you Irish? The question of the day is, do you like corned beef and cabbage? I tried to make it once years ago, and I can usually bake stuff pretty good, but it makes a lot, and I'm the only one that eats it, so it's kind of a wasteful thing, and it's not cheap, so I have not done that again. No, done that again. Lesson learned. So I'm just throwing down a little green hat here. It's a square and a circle. So if you tell me you can't make a hat, I beg to differ. I'm just using 2 shades of green because I like that variation, and a lot of that back isn't going to show much, but we're going to put it there. Green beer. Oh, green beer. I forgot about that. Yes. I don't think I've ever actually tried it, although I'm sure it's probably tastes like regular beer. I don't know. I have to put that on my list of things to do for St. Patrick's Day. Drink green beer. Got a little pointy there in my corner. If that happens, just round it out, guys. Just round it out. We need a little in the middle. Another little square. we go. Can you see where it's coming together? Or not yet? It looks kind of crazy right now, huh? Alright, I'm going to wash off my brush and grab some yellow. I don't have a really gold. I could probably make one, but I'm just doing a quick painting in my journal just to relax and throw some paint down, so I'm not going to worry too much about exact colors. But if you're painting it for something special or as a gift, then get your colors right and get yourself a gold for your buckle. I'm going to use yellow, and then I'm just going to use a little glitter. So that will work. Hopefully my green's dry enough that it won't run into my buckle. Gotta have a buckle. Actually, I should have done that middle black, you guys. We'll have to go back and fix that. That's alright. Because I'm going to put a black band on here. And so you wouldn't see the green hat running through the middle of the buckle. You would see the black. So save yourself a step and don't put green in the middle of your buckle. I'm going to change this and just make it the width of my brush to make it easy. That's always a good trick for you. Make it easy for yourself. It looks like the little green guy from the Flintstones. Oh! What was his name? Wasn't it a Martian? I think that was a Martian. I can't. You're going to have me sidetracked in a hot minute here. Because now I'm going to be wondering about that. Oh. Alright, wash my brush off again here. Dry it better this time. You don't want a sopping wet brush. It doesn't do you any favors. Damp is good. Dripping is not good. Alright. I'm just using regular bottled acrylics today. Just nothing fancy. They're a mismatch. Guess I can't talk. Got some that say Craft Smart, some that say Apple Barrel. I'm not really brand loyal. If you find one you like, use it. If you're limited in selection, get what you can find. I don't usually buy a lot of the little bottles. I buy the primary colors. Those of you that have followed me for a while know that. I usually just keep them in big containers. Red, yellow, blue, white, and black. But I've collected some little bottles over the time. When I used to do live paint parties, I had a bunch from there. I picked up some a while ago because I'm getting ready to do a paint party for a 4-H group. So I picked up some more, but you really don't need, if you're painting at home, you can make all of your colors with those primary colors. So you don't need to buy a ton of stuff. So you might want to keep that in mind, especially if you're just starting out. Don't go buy a zillion colors. Get the basics and learn to use those. Use them up. And you will be better for it in the long run. Hi, Megan. Hello, hello. Having a little St. Patrick's Day fun here today. Thank you for popping on. It is freezing here today. It's really windy. I don't know, we had beautiful weather yesterday, really good weather Sunday, and then today it took a turn. It is March though, so. My husband said he saw somebody mowing yesterday. Mowing. We still have snow on the ground here. Not much. A little bit of the ice that hasn't melted, but Not ready to think about mowing yet. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. So far, so good. I'm going to do a little black in this middle, and then we'll get to having some fun. I really need to do a second coat of green on the hat, too. You guys, with the acrylics being thinner paint, a lot of times you need to do a second coat. And if that's the case, just do it. Just do it. And if you're painting in your journal, then you don't feel like doing it, then skip it. But it's good practice to get into. See, I made those corners pointed too. I don't know why I'm in the pointed mood. Curve them out. Curve them out. Points in it, I suppose. Brett and I are home sick, so 9 at 1. Oh no, you're both sick? That's no fun. It's alright, you guys need a day to lay low. I'm glad you're hanging out with me. You have to find some Netflix and chill later or something, right? No fun. Winter colds and all the stuff going around the kids got bringing home for everybody, right? I'm going to go ahead and leave that brim back there pretty wide. You can narrow it out as much as you want to with your black, but I'm going to end up putting leaves in there, so it's not really that big of a deal. See my big glob of paint over here? That's where my brush was wet when I started. I'm going to go in towards the hat and hope to not smudge it out to the edge too far. There we go. We'll fix that later. Top of the morning to you. Good morning. Or I guess it's the afternoon here. I'm still mixed up with the time change. Maybe it's morning where you are. Alyssa, am I saying that right? Hello, hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I want to let that dry just a smidge. I was going to go back in and do more green, but I'm not going to. When I do edging, you guys, I don't, for those of you that are new, I don't get too excited about it. I don't worry about having super straight lines. I don't even do full lines. I really just whimsical paint, which is a very easy style, very forgiving, can't mess it up, right? So I just did some quick black lines just to bring that out a little bit. I might put a couple in my hat too, just because, why not? All right. I'm gonna wash off my brush and set this one aside. That was a big fat brush. I used a big brush because I just wanted to cover a lot of ground real quick. If you don't have a lot of time to paint or you're covering a big surface, it's an easy way to go. I still feel like I should have gone back and done more green in there. Maybe I will. Let that black dry just a smidge and just get a little bit of green here. Would have been easier to do before I put my black lines on there, but we can work with it, right? It's just pretty pinky right there where it's showing through my background. So I'm taking a poll today. How many people like corned beef and cabbage? It's the question of the day. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. First pronunciation was right. I'm in Missouri. Ah. I love that everybody's from all over on here. You never know. It's always interesting to see, especially when people are in different time zones and stuff. I think it's the middle of the afternoon and it's morning there, or vice versa. It's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to get a little angle brush. I generally prefer to paint with an angle brush a lot. I know other people have the preference of a flat brush. Try them. Use what you like. Now I looked on the color wheel. I don't know if you guys use color wheels. sometimes I go to the color wheel for inspiration. And this background being this pinky and the yellow, because I used one that I already had, and the hat being green, I was trying to figure out a color scheme. And they have what they call, and I'll probably say it wrong, all the art people out there like cringing right now, a tetrad. A tetrad is using a combination of 4 colors on the wheel that are 2 sets of complements. So in this case, green, yellow, red, and purple are the 4. So if this color combination is not pleasing, I don't know, the color wheel told me to do it. And sometimes that's how I pick colors. I just look at the color wheel and say, okay, well, somebody in the world seems to think that this will work, so let's try it and see. If I don't like it, I'll remember that I don't like it and I won't do it that way again. But because it's journal painting, it's mine. It's going to go in my drawer. So it's a great place to experiment, you guys. Uh-oh. This one is not happy. Let's see. And there we go. Trying to get paint out of the bottle here and it's not wanting to. Some of these are really old, and because I don't use them, I usually use my big ones. It's not always a good thing. Wet my brush, dry it on the paper towel. We'll just do some shabby flowers. All right. I'm just dipping into 3 colors. I'm having some fun. I'll come back and straighten them up a little bit more later, but I just want to get the colors down. What do you think? Purple and green? And yellow and pink? All right. Give me some hearts if you think it's a good color combination. The jury's out here. I'll let you know in a minute. Again, I'm using that same brush. I'll go in and put some details later. I'm just putting down some shapes. See how it goes today. These are not intentional flowers. These are just random thoughts. Just, I love to paint this way. Keeps it fun. Just let your imagination go wild. Anybody could do this. You know, get a smaller brush. Sometimes when I do these, you never know what's going to happen. Just throwing down some random flower shapes at this point. I'll wash that brush off. And what was the other color it said? Red. I didn't get out any red. I guess because I had red in the background, I didn't. So purple, yellow, red with the green is what we're going with here today. Dry that off a little bit more. You guys are popping on. Say hello so I know you're here. Know who's hanging with me. I grabbed a little smaller brush. Ooh, I kind of like, I love yellow and, or purple and red together, you guys. I forgot I do like, that is one of my faves. Something about those colors. I don't know why, but completely random, just filling it with posies of no particular no particular kind. We'll go back and put some leaves and some filler in, some sprigs. Ooh, getting into that purple. We'll just roll with it. Just for fun, just for fun. Hello, Candy. Texas. Oh, I was born in Texas, Wichita Falls, during a tornado, which is why I'm a little crazy. No, just kidding. No, not about the tornado. There really was one. But that was Texas. I've been back there a few times. I have family out there still. Beautiful. Very flat, but beautiful. Missouri I have never been to. I don't travel much, you guys. I don't get out. Very sheltered. Just started taking vacation last year. For the most part, we never even took vacations. How crazy. I don't know if I want to put these green leaves in here now. Should just fill the whole thing with flowers. Let's see what happens. And this whole thing, you guys, I'm just doing dabs of color. It's very relaxed, abstract, just filling in space. Enjoying some time. So if you've never painted this way, I encourage you to just try it. Don't worry if your colors blend, get mixed up. That's half the fun of it. I'm gonna go back and do some more. I'm not worried about if my leaves get in the way. Sometimes you get too much paint on your brush from doing that, so just dab it off if that happens. I like to paint thick and chunky, lots of texture, right? Starting to fill in. So there's that. I'm gonna get a little detail brush and get some lines going. Or I guess it's a liner brush, so that's what I grabbed. Let's kind of connect some of these things in here. Add a little more green to that background. It's not really going to show up much, but it's there. It makes sense, so they're not just completely free-falling. We'll go back and put some leaves around the edges of the flowers when I get them. Get them touched up here. Let's try to give everybody a connection there. Wash that off. I'm going to grab some white and do a little lining on some of those leaves. And again, I'm not doing full lines, not caring about being exact on anything. Just rolling with it here. And I don't think any of you have answered my question yet about the corned beef and cabbage, or I am just missing all of the comments, which that's quite possible too. I'm probably just missing it. Rinse that off. All right, let's go back into the purple. See, you thought this was going to be some kind of detailed, crazy, hard thing, and I'm showing you like the easiest, just have fun and relax. Anybody can paint painting, because that's the mood of the day. Just have fun and relax kind of day. Just put it on in layers. Not being too specific about any of it, right? We need some red in that. Like a little pinky purple here. I just mixed my white and red with my purple brush. Give me a new shade. Your mind likes the repetition. So if you use a color somewhere, use it somewhere else so it goes throughout your painting. I'll wash that off. Isn't that fun? I'm just playing. Just playing, showing you guys some quick ideas on different things you can do. I always say with these journal pages, they're super easy just to tear out and put in a picture frame. Just know the size because you're going to cut off some of it unless you size it ahead of time. But they're really cool for just home decor. Put something on your dresser, put something in your bathroom. Oh, I don't think that's my white. That was white from this morning. You know. Put in more of those. There we go. Kind of fun to decorate for the holidays. Very inexpensive way to do it. Brighten her up a little bit before I go to the dark side. I need some clean white. I got pink and green and purple. I got everything in my white over here. I always use more white than anything else. I always get it dirty. I'm going to wet it down a little bit. You guys, if you're new to painting and you're trying to do a little bit of line work or trying to do, your paint's dragging, you can add a little bit of water to it and it'll help it along. I feel like these guys need something. I'm just putting some dots in them. Because they're too one-sided here or something. There we go. You can see how just putting some lines in your, some dashes here and some dashes there, kind of gives it more movement, brings it to life. And if you're just having fun, this is a great way to practice using your liner brush. getting comfortable with it. I always keep my hand down on something when I'm using it so that I'm not trying to just be free form in the air. It doesn't seem to work out for me. Just adding those little bit of details here and there can change the look of the whole thing quickly. I feel like there should be something at the bottom. I'm going to set this down a second. Yeah, get us in the mood for St. Patty's Day, right? Everybody should have a little luck of the Irish. I'm not actually Irish, but I'll take some luck. Why not? Where's my dirty white? I'll use that. Brush is pretty wet. I didn't dry it off. There we go. Then on these purple ones, because the center of your flowers is usually darker, I'm going to go back. I'm going to get a dry brush because I'm tired of messing with that one. This is called lazy painting, when you start getting out all the brushes, right? Instead of just washing what you have. I'm going to go back in the centers of these and just give them a little love. There we go. And, oh, I never put any sparkle in my buckle. I definitely won't be able to use this brush after that. Once you get glitter on stuff, you guys, you can't just rinse that brush out in the water because everything will have glitter on it after that. If I can get it out of the bottle. There we go. So you've been warned. If you decide to use glitter paint, then don't put it in the water unless you want everything to have glitter on it. There. Little sparkle to the buckle. You see it? See, it's just like gold now. Just like, ooh, I almost put that in the water. Whew. Good save. And finally, lastly, we're going to go to the dark side. That's just me. You could totally be done now. You could just add more flowers. You could keep embellishing the flowers. I added a little water. This black is called pavement, so it's not really a black. It's kind of a gray black, but it'll do. I'm going to do the same thing I did with that white. Dashes. So if you think you can't do a leaf, two elongated C's together, I used a couple different shades of green. Add some details. Play with it. Make it whimsical. Have fun with it. You'll be just fine. So there we go. Now I have it right side up. See, you guys have been looking at it upside down all the time because I'm painting it the other way. And you can put as much black in it as you want, or as much white in it as you want, whatever strikes your fancy. And let's do a little bit on these guys too, right? Just for fun. I don't know if I'll be able to paint on St. Patty's Day, so I figure if I get this done now, I have a shot at getting it hung up before the holiday gets here. And I'm just doing little curves. One other thing I like to do too is do a little S. Works out really well for me because my name is Stacy. But I just think they look cute, those little curved squiggles. Anyways, so that's always a thing. Put one on the hat too. Maybe on the buckle. Here we go. And then when you are done and happy with it, I like to edge mine. I usually use a chip brush. I especially like this on canvases. Hi Shirley, you're not on replay, I'm here. Or if you are on replay, I don't know how that works. I'm just finishing up, but yeah, you'll have to catch the replay to get the rest of the lowdown. So this works really good on canvas. It's not as great on paper, but I like the look of it, so we're going for it. Ooh, I got a lot there. There we go. You probably can't see the way I'm lifting up my page, so I have to lift it up to make it so I can catch the edge of it. It just kind of frames it, gives it a little bit more of a distressed, rustic kind of look. There we go. There we go, there we go. So for my furniture painters out there in the junk monkey world, they call that the eyeliner effect. I love it on canvases and paintings. So I just love that it kind of finishes off those edges. So there, a little St. Patty's Day inspiration. Not too easy to do, easy shapes, very relaxed and fun. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and painting today. And if you do this or anything like it, send it to me in Messenger or post it on my page. I'd love to see it. And if you like how I paint, you like hanging out here, hit that share button. Tell your friends so they can come over and paint with us too. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great afternoon. Bye. Maybe.